Right now at noon, law enforcement in Middleton continuing their investigation into the deaths of 3 people over the weekend. Plus, President Biden says there could be consequences for the death of Russian opposition leader, how Alexei Navalny and aid for Ukraine are impacting the campaign trail. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I'm Josh Breiter. We begin with continuing coverage in Middleton this afternoon as law enforcement try to figure out what led to the deaths of 3 people, 2 of them children. It happened on Maywood Avenue, just a half-mile from Sauk Prairie Elementary, where both children went to school. Police arrived at the apartment complex just before 8 Sunday night for a check property complaint. They found a man running from the building who said someone shot him multiple times. First responders took him to the hospital where he's recovering. Middleton police say they're actively investigating the killings and that there is no threat to the public. If you have any information about this incident, you can text or call the Middleton Police Department at 608-824-7300. You can also submit an anonymous tip to Madison area Crime Stoppers at p3tips.com. You can find both of these contacts at channel3000.com. Right now, law enforcement agencies in Dodge County are investigating 2 deaths they believe are linked. One happened in the lobby of the Prairie Ridge Health Center's urgent care, the other at a home on Oak Grove Road in the town of Elba. Police say they're continuing to release more information about the investigation today. The urgent care entrance of the hospital is now open again. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office and the Columbus Police Department are working together to find out what happened. To Columbia County now, where one Portage resident is in the hospital after a kitchen fire got out of control. Fire officials say the person took in too much smoke. The Portage Fire Department shared these photos of the damage. It happened at an apartment on Schultz Street. Firefighters say the fire spread to the attic before they were able to knock it down. They also say 2 pets were lost in the fire. A Madison man is facing charges after jumping from a 2nd-story balcony to avoid police. It didn't work. Police say they were trying to arrest 40-year-old Justin Beasley when he ran away from them. Online records show he had 4 outstanding warrants for theft charges. They found him on Willie Street around 5 Monday morning. He's facing new charges of resisting arrest and possession of drug paraphernalia. A Sauk County man is dead following a crash that shut down part of Highway 71 for over 5 hours. That crash between a semi-tanker and an SUV was first reported a little after 9 Monday morning. This was along State Highway 71 near the Wilton Rod and Gun Club in the town of Wilton. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, the SUV crashed head-on into the semi. The driver of the SUV was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the semi suffered non-life-threatening injuries. To weather now, where over the next few days, temperatures are going to be well above average. First Warn meteorologist Jacob Montesano has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Hi, Jacob.
Hey, Josh, and like you said before the show started, it feels like late March out here, and it's going to continue to feel like this for the next couple of days. We're seeing almost complete sunshine right now, and I apologize if I get the numbers a little bit wrong. There's a pretty bad glare on the screen because of the sunshine, but right now we're in the upper 40s, and some places are actually around 50. Now, looking at the current wind speeds, also not really seeing winds that bad. A few locations are up to around 15 miles per hour, but it certainly doesn't feel that windy out here. Now, here's a look at the current temperatures across our area. Some places in Dane County are already in the 50s, and that's the case for other portions of our region. Now, we're not going to be close to record highs today. The record high today is in the lower 60s, and we're likely not going to get too far into the 50s, but next week it's going to be possibly in the 60s, and then we could see some records. But for the next couple of days, it's going to remain in the 50s, and yesterday was pretty mild, but even today is around 10 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. So throughout the afternoon, expect more sunshine, and we also are going to continue to see those temperatures in the lower 50s. Now, before I go, let me show you our weather photo of the day. This was sent in from Lake Monona, showing a beautiful sunset. I love the Capitol building in the middle as well. So this is a wonderful photo. Thank you to whoever submitted this. It doesn't look like we have a name, or maybe it was sent in, I don't believe we have a name for this, but thank you to whoever submitted this photo, and you guys have been awesome submitting your photos. Now, I'll have more details on the forecast for the rest of the week and talk about our next chance of rain coming up a little bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Happening today, Portage residents will vote on a referendum that would cost them while saving lives. The referendum would have taxpayers foot the bill for a new EMS service operated by the fire department. Officials with the fire department say it would decrease response times and save lives. The catch, it would cost taxpayers an average of $300 a year. If the referendum passes, the service is expected to launch in January of 2025. Right now, the Madison Metropolitan School District is seeking community feedback regarding its future. A series of talks later this month will let stakeholders and community members learn more on topics, including facility use, resource allocation, and student classroom environments. 5 of the sessions will be in English, 1 will be in Spanish, and another in Hmong. These are the dates, times, and locations of the English-speaking sessions. To see the full schedule, you can look for the story on channel3000.com. The Biden administration says it is preparing for what it calls major new sanctions on Russia for its war in Ukraine and the death of opposition leader Alexei Navalny. It's unclear when the U.S. House would consider a foreign aid package for Ukraine. House members left Washington for a nearly 2-week recess without taking up the Senate's bipartisan package. Now there's a new effort of bipartisan lawmakers trying to come up with a smaller foreign aid package that also combines the southern border.
The House proposal, it depends on how it's written, makes perfect sense to me.
The question now, will former President Trump lobby against the bill? He opposed the Senate's bipartisan border security compromise initially linked to the foreign aid, which collapsed earlier this month. House leaders are launching a bipartisan task force on artificial intelligence. In a joint statement, Speaker Mike Johnson and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says the committee will explore how Congress can ensure Americans continue to lead the world in AI innovation. The group will also consider safeguards to protect the nation from current and emerging threats. The Democrats and Republicans have each appointed 12 members to the task force. The FBI and its international allies have seized a dark website that has plagued organizations all over the world with ransomware attacks. The ransomware gang, known as Lockbit, has claimed responsibility for several attacks using the dark web to extort its victims. Lockbit says it's also behind ransomware attacks in Fulton County, Georgia, that disrupted key county services for weeks, along with an attack on the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China. Well, still ahead for us this afternoon, Hostess is combining 2 of its iconic snacks into one. Plus, a look at who's topping the box office right now.
Save big on your entire kitchen upgrade at Menards. Clearview Cabinetry is flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. And the style is so easy to update. You can do it in a snap, meaning you don't have to remodel your space to make it work even better. Save big on Clearview Cabinetry. These Varsta kitchen cabinets are $28.99. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up! Do you need to get your eyes checked? Well, actually...
Here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this! Come on, turn! Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
My name's Paul, and I'm always happy to help you try to find that right garage door for your house.
We had an idea of what we wanted, but when you actually see it, we are just so excited. We love them.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Capital One is acquiring Discover Financial Services in a deal that would create the country's 6th largest bank. The $35 billion all-stock deal would give Capital One shareholders 60% of the merged company, while Discover shareholders would get the other 40%. Once finalized, the acquisition is expected to face tough antitrust scrutiny from federal officials. Everything was all right for the Bob Marley One Love biopic over the long weekend. The Paramount Pictures film topped the domestic box office, pulling in more than $27 million, while Sony's Madam Web had a disappointing debut, earning just over $15 million, one of the lowest ever openings for a film based on a Marvel character. Universal's spy film Argylle was third, raking in more than $4 million domestically. Paramount Pictures is owned by CBS's parent company. And Hostess is combining two of its iconic snacks into one. The new Honey Bun Donuts adds the warm cinnamon and vanilla glaze from Hostess Honey Buns onto the soft Hostess Donuts Mini Donuts. The new breakfast treat will hit store shelves in early March. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
At the noon hour, here's a look at the latest stock report. Not a good day so far. The Dow down 96 points, NASDAQ down 237, and the S&P 500 down 43. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf this afternoon. Volunteers are here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Up next, Pam is watching today's egg prices, and Jacob is tracking mild temps in his first warm forecast. Then later on Live at 4, Angie Horkin joins us with warm and inviting comfort food in her beef recipes.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Before USA Insulation, one room was colder than the other. It was harder to keep the temperature at a good level. At that point, we realized that we needed to check into the walls and see what was going on. It's an older house. After USA Insulation came in and put the foam in, we noticed almost immediately the following month was about a $40 decrease in our bill. The following month after that, it was around $50, $55. So we started seeing results almost immediately after they put the insulation in.
USA Insulation.
A traditional performer of great country music.
How it felt that day.
It's Daryl Worley. Performing live Saturday, March 9th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. An incredible night with country music superstar Daryl Worley. March 9th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Washington's proposed capital regulation comes with a steep price tag, and they're forcing Americans to foot the bill. Their new plan will make loans more expensive, increasing the cost of mortgages and car payments. And it will hurt small businesses, making it harder for them to access credit, meet payroll, and run their operations. All while budgets are already stretched by inflation and an uncertain economy. Washington needs to know. This capital regulation is another bill Americans can't afford.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. News 3 Now This Morning, moving forward. Weekdays.
Thursday at 10, an award-worthy idea started the family business. Now they're going the extra mile to give back.
It's a win-win for everyone.
I'll show how you can help them do something good with the old trophies stashed in your basement. Thursday at 10, moving forward.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this Monday-ish Tuesday, Pam.
That's right. That's right. I tell you what, Smiley, tomorrow you should think about bringing in that FFA jacket that I got you a long ways back. It's National FFA Week, and we want to make sure that we're reminding folks about the blue and gold. Yesterday, there was a bunch of the students that were down on down at the Capitol talking with legislators. Now we're rolling through the week's worth of chapter activities, chapter visits. Thursday is going to be their day of giving all across the state of Wisconsin. So saluting the blue and gold. You know, this weather is fantastic unless you're a potato that grew last year. Mike Kopis is a senior agronomist with Wysocki family of companies up in central Wisconsin. He's got to work overtime trying to make sure the potatoes that they harvested last year are still going to be in good shape for you and I. We could end up buying those potatoes as late as end of July, front part of August if he does it right. Hard part is that potatoes are a living organism. They require fresh air. Well, you need to keep them cool, though. And if you've got temperatures broaching towards the 50s like we're getting outside, that gets to be a little challenging, especially when those potatoes are in piles. He said ideally they want to hold those potatoes right around 40 degrees and keep fresh air moving over them. When it gets warm outside, they have to do a little bit more monitoring. He said if you're somebody that's storing potatoes at home, you know the rule, whether it's in the garage, in the basement, in your root cellar, you want them to stay dark and stay cool. Why? Because if they start feeling that heat, they think it's time to make another potato plant, and they'll start to really throw eyes and kind of go out of condition as far as eating them is concerned. Like I said, the potatoes we grew last year is something that we may still see featured at grocery stores in great shape if they can manage them properly all the way through to the front part of August. Hey, I do want to remind you also tomorrow at 1 o'clock, first-time home buyers, if your answer to Little Slate's Paradise is moving out to the country, you might want to start getting your ducks in a row, not just as far as lending is concerned, but asking yourself questions. When you're out in the country, you're responsible for things like maintaining your well, maintaining your sewer, wire inspections, etc. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Compure Financial is having a first-time home buyers webinar to try to help you walk through that. If your little idea of paradise is a place out in the country, just think about that, compure.com. No change today on barreled cheese. The 40-pound block cheese up 4 1/4 at $1.52 1/4. Double A butter 2.5 cents higher today, $2.77 per pound. You think you can find that blue and gold jacket there, Joshy?
You know, it's somewhere. I remember it being one of the warmest jackets I have, too. And it's got my name on it. So there you go.
Yes. I tried to make sure that you felt like you were just one of us. So we'll see if you don't need it so much this week, though, do you?
Oh, my gosh. Isn't that something? It does not feel like February.
It's crazy. Absolutely.
All right, Pam.
Crazy.
Have a good afternoon.
See you later.
New at noon, termites are known as troublemakers in the home, but researchers say the pesky insects have inspired a climate solution to make buildings more energy efficient. Here's Ian Lee with that story.
Termites are a nightmare for any homeowner. Some can destroy properties in as little as a year. But Swedish scientists say the tiny insects can teach us a thing or two about sustainable architecture.
Termites are absolutely incredible at constructing. They work with very limited resources, and they work with materials that are entirely sourced from their environment.
Architect David Andreen sees the bugs as ecosystem engineers, building termite tunnels in a way that regulates the air flowing through them to create natural climate control.
Well, one of the fascinating things that the termite mound does is that it maintains a humid internal climate, even though it sits almost in the desert in a very arid environment.
Andreen collected samples from massive termite mounds around the world to produce a 3D design using the same materials, from wood, grass, and mud to even fungus.
So this is the meristem wall, and it's a project or a prototype we created as a response to the termite research, and thinking about how this might act as a facade in an urban environment of a building.
The end result creates unique, eco-friendly, and energy-efficient designs by building big ideas from some of nature's smallest critters. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
To California now, where a major band of downpours is pounding the Golden State. Roughly 37 million Californians are under flood alerts today, and the Weather Prediction Center issued excessive rain outlooks for most of California through today. The WPC says Los Angeles is at a level 3 of 4 flood risk, while both San Diego and Santa Barbara are at a level 2. The major rains come from an atmospheric river-fueled storm that stalled off the west coast. Well, back here in Wisconsin, it's feeling much more like spring and quiet here, Jacob, with that first warned weather.
Yeah, typically that happens when we have dry conditions in the eastern half of the United States. A lot of times the western half suffers with all the rain that they're seeing. Now, here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for our area. It's going to remain very mild with highs near 50 through Thursday. Now, it will cool down a little bit by the end of the week, but we're still expected to see above average temperatures. We have very small rain chances for the rest of this week, with rain likely next week, Monday night into Tuesday. But until then, we are going to see little, if no rain at all. So here's a look at the current radar across the eastern half of the United States. Pretty much nothing going on. All the rain is off to the west. Here's a look at your forecast for the afternoon. We're going to continue to see plenty of sunshine. Highs in the lower to middle 50s. It's going to feel like spring, and the spring-like weather will continue for tomorrow as well. Now, tomorrow we'll see a little bit more cloud cover, but temperatures are going to be very similar, middle to upper 50s for highs. And Thursday, you can kind of rinse and repeat that with high temperatures once again in the lower 50s. Now for Friday and Saturday, we'll see highs around 40, still above the normal high, which is still in the lower 30s this time of the year. And then take a look at next week. We could be talking about high temperatures in the 60s on Tuesday, which would be the first 60-degree temperature, at least for Madison this year. And it looks like the temperatures will drop pretty significantly afterwards, because Tuesday is when we're going to likely see some rainfall. Now, let me talk about the only rain chance that we have this week. Very small rain chance. We could see some very light rain Wednesday night into early Thursday, especially for areas south of Madison near the Illinois border. But the heaviest should stay to the south, and this will also be very quick. Once we get to Thursday late morning, we're going to be dry again, and then we're going to be completely dry through the weekend. Now, as we look, let me go back for a sec. As we look at the forecast for next week, this is starting Monday evening. Now, let me just be clear. A lot can change between now and then. It's still 7 days out, but it looks like we'll start to see some showers late Monday night into Tuesday, with the bulk of the precipitation occurring Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. Now, this system will likely bring a lot of rainfall into the day on Tuesday, and as temperatures cool down, we may start to see some snow on the back end of this on Wednesday before clearing out next Thursday. Now, this is all next week, so a lot can change between now and then, but it does look like the chance for rain during that time looks to be pretty likely. Looking at the precipitation outlook, we are expected to see above average precipitation during that time frame. But until then, it's going to be mild and dry, 50s for the next few days, maybe some light rain south of Madison Thursday morning, but then we're going to be dry again for the weekend, although a bit cooler for Friday and Saturday. Sunday is looking gorgeous. You know, a lot of people have the day off. Definitely get out and enjoy the weather if you can. Still very mild for the beginning of next work week. Monday should be dry until Monday night, but then Tuesday, it does look like we are going to see some rain, also some thunderstorms during that time, with the temperatures dropping pretty significantly after that system.
Yeah, and that forecast brings us to the end of the month already, which is crazy.
Yeah, when I had talked about Saturday morning, it was in the single digits Saturday morning. I said the forecast is looking like it is possible that was the last day we see temperatures in the single digits, which is very surprising. We usually see about one of those days in March, so it's still unclear if we will or won't, but at least for the near future, it's going to remain fairly mild.
We'll be watching. All right, Jacob, thank you. Well, still to come on News 3 Now at noon, Howard's working on tonight's main dish that he says is easy to make in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
A few supermarket shortcuts is all you need to turn what's for dinner into that was the best dinner ever. It's so easy, you might even feel guilty.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
There's never been a better time for a fresh start with Feldco. Jumpstart your home's upgrade this month with 40% off Feldco windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Warmer weather's on its way. Tackle your to-do list early and enjoy comfort and curb appeal all season long. Plus, no interest until 2025. Let the experts at Feldco upgrade your home this season. But hurry, 40% off won't last long. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Hi, I'm Gary Canolti, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Experience the Rhine River September 9th through the 20th. We'll cruise the scenic Rhine aboard a luxurious Amadeus cruise ship. Explore the splendors of Switzerland, Germany, France, and Amsterdam as we make our way down this spellbinding river. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Every spring, the love of my life came here to paint. Cress helped us make sure she's never forgotten.
We are Cress. We truly believe your memories matter.
There are some days when we don't mind cooking everything from scratch. And then there are days when we're pressed for time and we need to use a few supermarket shortcuts. And when our shortcut recipes taste as good as our from scratch versions, all the better. So let me show you a loaded main dish that does just that. The first thing we do is place a package of store-bought mashed potatoes in a microwave-safe bowl. Starting with these saves us at least half an hour. Now we add some cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese, half a package of cream cheese, a bit of salt and pepper, and we pop this into the microwave to warm up. Once it's hot, we stir in some sour cream and spoon it into a baking dish. Now, we turn this into a main dish by topping it with some shredded cooked chicken, a drizzle of barbecue sauce, and some crumbled bacon. Right before it goes into the oven, sprinkle the top with some cheddar cheese to make it even more cheesy delicious. When it comes out, it's ready to serve. It's kind of like a Southwestern style upside down chicken shepherd's pie. To get this round 'em up recipe, all you have to do is visit our website and type in loaded barbecue baked potato casserole. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a super shortcut way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, Howard, and thank you for joining us today at noon. Have a great afternoon.